welcome back to Hand Collectibles for another Fanhome review and tutorial. And as always, please do hit that bell notification. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. Now, as you can see, we're back on with the Supra build. So we've got issue 35 and 36. And as you can see, we've got 35 and 36 parts. So another alloy wheel to build and a little bit of the underneath to do. So it looks like a bit of heat shield and a couple of other little bits. So without further ado, I think we'll have a look at issue 35 first. Okay, so here we have issue 35, and as you can see, yes, it is another alloy wheel that we're building. We're going to move that to one side and we'll have a look through the booklet like usual. A bit about the Toyota Corolla. A nice matte finish, pretty cool. The Toyota Harrier. 5-door SUV. A bit more about characters in the Tokyo Drift. And then, as you can see, right wheel. And then the assembly guide. And then what it'll look like when it's fully complete. So pretty simple issue to do, this one. Okay, so here are all the parts for issue 35 laid out. And as you can see, we've got the two parts of the wheel. We've got the front part of the alloy wheel. We've got the tyre. We've got some ABM screws, and we've obviously got the two parts of the locking centre cap to go on. So let's have a look where we start. So we want to start with the tyre, and when we do the tyre, we want to make sure that the tread triangle is pointing away from you, and then you want to take the big part, die cast part, back part of the wheel, and we're going to insert this into the tyre. Like so. There we go. And then we're going to take a nice chrome plastic part on the front. I'm just going to insert this in the middle and obviously line up the holes as well while we do this. So when you've got this in place, all the holes will line up. So when you line this up as well, it'll all go on at the same time. A little bit more. Just have to keep moving it around a little bit. So that should pretty much be it. So when you've got this on, so the metal part of the back wheel on this side, and then the triangle of the thread is going that way. Okay, so next I'm going to lay the alloy wheel part in, like so. I'm going to line them holes up and then I'm going to drop it this way around. I want to get this as close as possible. Let's get the screws out as well. We'll start to line this up. The screw through the hole, and you'll feel it bite. Don't do it right up, just kind of work your way around the wheel, just trying to get them all in situ first before you start to do them up. It's not biting at all. The more you get located, easier it is then to line the wheel up. Put this one in there. Okay, two more, then we can tighten them all up. There we go. and then the last one, and then we can work our way around and then tighten it all up. There we go. So we'll start with the one that we're already in. You can go quite tight with these because you're going into a metal thread. Like I said, this is quite an easy issue to do. Not a lot to do in it really, putting the tire together. An alloy wheel. That's pretty well much it. So that's the alloy wheel located and in place. Extremely cool. And as you can see, the centre cap, it's got some locating pins on the back. Okay. Yeah, so the locating pins will go there. Now I'm not going to push it right in. Then your centre cap go right in the middle. And that's kind of what the alloy wheel will look like when it's fully complete and on the car. Really nice, really weighted piece. Pull that centre cap back out. There we go. And then we'll put these to one side until we need them. Okay, so here we have the next issue. So we've got issue 36. As you can see, we've got some axle bits, some heat shield, and some screws. So not a whole lot to do in this one either by the looks of it. So it should be quite an easy issue to do. And then we'll just have a look through the booklet like we normally do. The return of the Toyota Celica. Toyota Sprinter. DK from Tokyo Drift. Drive shaft sections. Then what we're going to do, the instructions, like I say, a bit of heat shield, and then what it'll look like when it's fully complete. Okay, so here's all the parts for issue 36. As you can see, it's all plastic parts, but it's a little bit here which I'm gathering is like the joining part for the axle. This little bit here, some heat shielding, some other bit of shielding for the axle, some EP screws and some IM screws. So not a whole lot of parts, so it should be fairly easy to put together. So here's the parts that we need first. So we need obviously this little part here, and then this part of the drive chain, drive shaft. And then what we're going to do is we're going to insert this in the centre here, and it's going to be held in with two EP screws, one at the top, one at the bottom. Let's just get some EP screws out. It's going to be quite difficult. It's going to have to hold this in place as well as screw it in place as well. I'm going to put the top one in and all without doing them right up first. So there we go. That's them in. I'll pinch it. There we go. So that's that in. And then we'll just turn this bit sideways like so. So that's what that looks like. And the next step in is we're going to pull this part in, and then you see where this is like here, there's a collar. So that is the part that then attaches here, and that's going to be held in again with two EP screws. We get two more EP screws. And like before, you're just going to have to hold this in place. Screw it in, get another EP screw. Be pretty careful with this because these are all plastic parts, so you don't want to strip the threads out on these. you go, so just go tight enough till you feel it grip. Just work your way around. You back that one off a little bit, so just make sure you don't over torque it. If you over torque it, you'll bend it, the drive chain, you will. You don't want to do. So that's kind of how that should be. So pretty cool. As you can see, there's some movement in it, like there should be. Okay, we'll see what's next. Okay, so next step is we're going to take this part back off the gearbox on the engine, because that's kind of where I've had this stored. So this is a part from a previous issue. So it's stored in the back of the engine if you did it correctly. Then what we're going to do is we are going to mount this like that, again with 2 EP screws. So you have to hold this in place and then try and put the EP screw in as well. Try and line the hole up as best you can. There we go. And then you want to try and just make sure you got to back that off a little bit. Try and get the other side lined up as well. Get another EP screw. Be pretty careful with this, because you do not want to crack any of the plastic when you're putting this part together. Then just gradually tighten this up both sides. Like so. I'm going to go crazy tight with this, just tight enough so I know that it ain't ever coming out. Okay, and then that is that part connected, so that's what that looks like. Okay, so I brought the main under part of the engine in, and as you can see, you need to reattach this part here, and then if you see on the end of this, it's got one flat end. So what I've done, I've turned this just so the lower part is the flat end. And when I put this in, it should drop in nicely. I think you may have to put this end in first. This is going to be. There we go, so that's that in. Then we're going to look for the flat part of the gearbox, which is down. Then we're just going to insert that in here as best we can. Alright, come on. Okay, so that just took a little bit of futzing just to get that in place, right? So pretty much I had to try and just put it in and then just kind of keep turning this gradually while trying to just push the drive shaft down and into place. But yeah, that's it, it's in place now. Pull these leads a little tighter so they're not with that. So that's how that sits. Let's have a look, see what's next. Okay, so next step is we're going to put this heat shield in. So heat shield is just a push fit by the looks of it. Just get this in place and then push it in like so. Very cool. And then next step is we're going to bring this part back in. We're going to fit this. Okay, and then this heat shield here just goes right there, and this is going to be held in with 2 IM screws. So you have to line the holes up Okay, so it was quite hard to line both screws up in the holes, but I do have them both lined up now. So get them inserted and get this heat shield bolted down. Yeah, pretty tight that was to get in place against there. But yeah, that's that in now. Looks pretty cool. And then we turn the body over, and on top of the heat shield we're now going to fit this here, and that's just going to be held in with 2 IM screws as well. So one there, we'll get the other one on as well. There we go. That's that in. So I'll give you a closer look at that. So that's that part there. Now I'll roll this over and then you can have a look at where the heat shield sits as well. Okay, so one of the things I did get wrong, the reason why I had so much trouble fitting it into here and here, is the heat shield goes here. I just didn't look at the instructions correctly. I lined it up on the wrong side. So the heat shield for the exhaust pipe goes here, right on the back of this part here, right, not here. Right, so I'll touch this up with a bit of black paint at a later stage, just to make sure that, you know, whatever goes and bolts on here, you can't see any scratches. Disappointing, but obviously if you don't read the instructions, that's what happens. Okay, so we'll move on, see what else is there to do. And that brings us to the end of this issue and the end of this video. As always, please do hit that bell notification, please do like and subscribe to the channel, it really does help. Leave me a comment, feel free, I do read them all. And as always, your collection, your rules. I'll see you next time.
This is where I wanna be. On with you, so sweet to me.